Hi, everybody. So we're going to try to play a new game today. We're going to play Red Dead Redemption on PS3, Game of the Year edition, meaning we'll eventually get to the zombie one. I never beat this game. I got really far in it before I lost my saved game, and I never played the zombie version. But I got a new recording set up now. All Halloween, I planned on making a Halloween video. Didn't get that out, so I'm like, it's got zombies in it, even though you won't see those for a while. So what we're going to do is play through that with my new recording setup and new editing software, and hopefully it makes a better overall gameplay experience. Or it's going to be a fantastic disaster. It's going to be great. I'll never do it again. Hopefully it'll be great, though. Ooh. We'll do hardcore. Would you like to do it? Of course I want to create a hardcore save. We're super hardcore, right, Kiki? Kiki? This game saves automatically at certain parts. Do you want to die? Yes. We do. We do want to die. Gotta have your coffees. Gotta have your coffees. I'm gonna fade in and out during certain cinematics, I think. I wanna really get into the story. And that's what I'll do is you'll probably see me go away, but I'm always with you. And I'll come back after the cinematic is done. And we'll talk about it as we do things. Talk about it. I lied. Maybe just this once. Really like the music in this game. Again, I played a bunch of it once before, so really good music.
Hey, watch it, mister.
An atmosphere.
Read all about it. Bill Williamson's gang terrorized.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
And imagine women voting.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns. Yes.
That's
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash
a
that
joke
came
based on
here
this
after
time
the
period.
war.
Not on my
I
actual
don't
views
want
of
to
women.
be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Random
Mrs.
fact,
Bush,
purple
money
is one of the
is
hardest dyes to make, at
There are
least
many
back then.
things that money cannot
So
buy.
it signified
It
you were
seems
rich.
that money can
That's why it's
buy
the royal
voters,
colors.
though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
So, it's a lot to, Kiki. There's a lot to unpack there. Right, Kiki? There's a lot to unpack. And, one of them is, if you're trying to record any kind of game with a cat, it's going to end in failure. So, there's a lot of harsh racism at this time against indigenous people, and sorry, I'm just trying to remember the controls before I is he talking to someone, or is he just having a, like, are you trying to tell me there's a fortune at Lobos? I don't know. Same thing it's going to do with the treasure of Lobos. Oh my god, don't you dare. Kiki? Kiki! Kiki! Oh my god. That cat's gonna beat the death of me. A lot of issues back then with indigenous peoples and the whole idea of savages and how religion was used to really not good things, and not and religion to this day is still used for not the greatest things. It's a shame. Just a crying shame.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
I gotta go.
The two best.
Wait, if that is all,
Yes, sir. And I'm in office. There'll be change.
You,
Making a fine sturdier horse of these
Kiki.
in all the new office.
Kiki, come here. Come here.
Hello.
Oh my god. Seriously, try to record anything
Take it easy until we're
with,
out. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus.
Yeah.
How do you do, sir? Whoa now.
does this have the thing like The Witcher 3 where it'll just follow? I don't remember.
Come
Oh,
on,
oh,
Mr.
oh, oh.
Morrison. That ain't gonna be around here.
I don't know how to put it away. I'm sorry.
Well, it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the port in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
Do you want to put, we'll put subtitles on, just in case I miss something.
Been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
I remember when this game first came out, I was amazed by the visuals. And
Are you planning on
you know
spending
what?
any time in Armadillo,
It's
Mr.
definitely
Marston?
aged, but I think it
I
still
ain't
has
planning on
that
staying very long.
atmosphere.
Well,
And
if you're
Rockstar's always
fixing
been really
for
good at
some
that. Where
female company, you
even
can
from
do a
like
lot worse than
GTA
Armadillo.
3, I was playing
Fine as
GTA 3 a
cream
little
gravy
while
they
ago,
are. Not like
and
Graham.
I think
Dang,
that
those
game,
girls ain't even
while
fit for a
graphically
drinking man to hold up
definitely
with.
doesn't hold
I'm a
up, it still has a
married man, I'm
style
afraid.
about it, where
We
all the elements, the audio, the visuals, they all mix well enough that it's, and the gameplay of course, that it's still ridiculously fun to play. And I think this game's the same way, where it's like, okay, I can definitely see the
it was the
visuals are dated,
marshal
but
hired me.
they've held
Lee
up
Johnson. Do you
with
know him?
I think I heard
everything
his name.
that it's
Says he got a
still
telegram from some
very
Blackwater big
playable.
bugs
That's one of the
asking for a
things
guy.
that
I guess it's
I've
none of my
noticed
business.
in 3D
That's
games
right.
especially, is a lot of 3D games don't age well. The gameplay isn't very good, but it had that
You ain't
wow
very
factor of
talkative,
being
are
in
you?
Nope.
3D.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how
But
I
as time
am.
goes on,
I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me.
they
This thing
lose
you
that
better off
charm
not
of just
knowing.
being 3D. And very few games can handle that aesthetic. I find 2D games age a lot
Damn
better than,
coyote.
say, 3D
What a
games.
waste of good meat. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just
so-
over this hill.
Lost my train of thought. So I find 2D games aged a lot better than 3D games.
Yeah.
Gotta put that away, Jesus.
Whoa,
Where's the-
whoa.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
So, but games which end up really nailing an art style, whether they choose to be realistic or not, like BioShock's one that I still think that you can go back and play, and yeah, there's aspects of it that are dated, but it has a style about it that I think would be really good. Cell-shaded games like Wind Waker are another one. They seem to be a little bit more timeless. see that? Is that like dust or a ghost? Spoilers. I don't win this battle, but I wonder in
Bill, I've come for
hardcore
you.
mode how much harder it's really going to be.
Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
I think hardcore mode
Don't make me kill you.
will make the
Nobody
game more
needs to kill
enjoyable
anyone, Bill.
later on, because I remember that was one of the things that in the late game that I got
You
to,
must
I
think I was
think I
born
got to
yesterday.
Mexico. Yeah, I'm
You
pretty
always
sure I
think I
did.
was an idiot.
But I didn't come back. Which
That ain't fair,
I think,
Bill.
I'm pretty sure I was really close
You
to
were
the
as
end
my
too.
brother.
Um,
I've come to try to save you.
it got easy. Like I got really good at the game, and
Oh.
it got a little easy. Maybe hardcore will make me
Do I look like I need
play a little
saving?
different.
Bill,
Animals were a
please.
nuisance, and not
They
a
want to
threat.
kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John.
Another
Now
reason why,
I'm in charge.
I wanted to play this game
No more Dutch.
is well,
And
again,
no more you.
I spent a while
Implored.
getting all my
I
editing and
implored
video
you
stuff
to
to
go
a
back
different
and
caliber.
tell them
Basically,
to send
I'm
someone just a little
nobody
bit
cares
more
about this. Trust me,
impressive
but I
next
don't think
time.
anyone's watching this for this. But I'm now doing everything in different
Well.
feeds. And my audio's coming in separately, and
Oh,
I thought I played that part.
poor Jim.
But my audio is becoming a separate channel, so I get higher quality audio, like the levels. My webcam or video cam is now separate, so I can change it a little bit. I did some tests the other day. But the big one too was for my retro games, which is the main reason I wanted to do all this, is I have so many old games I'd love to play through, and I think it would be kind of good to share it with people, because some of them people have obviously heard about and they know about, so it's not going to be a big thing. But some of them I've never even played, but I've always wanted to, or people don't even know of, and I think it's still kind of important to remember that kind of stuff. I mentioned that in a vlog that I'm a big history guy, so the history of games especially, I feel like a lot of that stuff's going to be lost if it's not, and YouTube's a great avenue to do it, especially with these Let's Plays. Get to share your experiences, and my hope is that more and more people will get involved, at least in my Let's Plays, so I can start talking to people more about this kind of stuff, because I strive a lot with dialogue and like having conversations with people. But anyways, the other reason I want to go and looping back and why I want to play this game is because the second one's going to come out soon. I think it comes out next year, like early next year, 28. What year am I living? Oh, it's the game loading.
Well,
I
you're
wasn't sure if it
alive.
was that or my cat scratching something.
So it would seem.
You're like,
So, how do you feel?
the second one comes
I don't know
out
the
next
polite
year,
word for it.
I do.
and I thought
Stupid is
that'd
the
be a
word
good time to
used
beat
around here.
this.
What were
But
you doing?
my current recording setup, how it is I can only do
Well, you'll be
my
okay.
retro systems, like
Once you
retro,
didn't die,
retro,
the doctor said you'd be fine.
up to a certain
Got
degree.
the bullets out a couple days ago.
But more modern stuff that use
Cost us
HDMI, it's not that I can't do it, but I did a Twitch stream the other day.
I'm sorry, man.
Not the other day,
Should have left me there to die.
last week maybe
Did you
now,
want to die?
where I
mean,
was
was
doing
that
the new
it?
South Park
Was that why you went
Fractured
straight
Butthole
out to
game.
Fort Mercer
And,
55 with the worst
There's an
bandit
audio
in the
delay.
county?
There's a
To
lot of
die,
issues I had
Mr.
trying to record that stuff.
Mr. Marston.
Just the setup,
John
and the way the
Marston.
setup is. So
Bonnie McFarlane.
this is an experiment
Miss
for me,
Bonnie McFarlane.
where I'm using a splitter type
may be
system,
right,
so
Mr.
I don't get
McFarlane.
any delay at all.
I don't know.
I can actually hear the game audio
what were you doing?
properly, and
Trying to give Mr.
also
Williamson
test
a
out all the
chance.
separate stuff.
For old time's
Just
sake.
cram them.
You know
cram
Bill
them together.
Williamson?
Knew
It's a
him.
lot more time in the
Long
editing
time ago.
process, but I
Well, what
think
was he
that
like?
the results are substantially much more
Just
better.
like you.
At least in the brief test I did that
See my
I
hat?
sent to my
I
friend.
have.
And I'm also using new software as well to capture game footage.
What will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
It's gonna be buying. I'm just comparing how this game looks on the TV compared to the stream.
How do you do it?
Have to do some stuff on it. Make it look better on here. Runs like he has a stick up his ass. My God. This is where the House of the Rising Sun should start playing. I
Mr.
feel like it
Marston,
would just suit
back in the
this.
land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Bitch! Try to start a fight?
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked
I like
out
how,
a fine horse for you.
This looks like a little town. I guess it kind of is, right? But it's like a ranch. A little town built on it. Oh, so let's do a drive-by?
Let's make a
GTA
tour
style?
of the ranch so you can get your bearings.
Man, this game really
To
does
your
have
right
good
is the
atmosphere,
general
though.
store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
It's my thought. It's the exact same thing I was thinking.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
This guy is, voice actor, the
That's
same
the
voice
train
actor as
station.
Johnny
Things
Klebitz
sure have changed since the line finally got finished.
from
Bringing in
Lost and
all
the Damned,
sorts of new folk
and a
like
brief
yourself.
cameo appearance
Is that
in
such a
Grand
bad
Theft Auto
thing?
5.
Change is only good when it makes things better.
I actually really like him. It's good. It's good. Good voice actor.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Man, the game's rather peaceful. I've been playing a lot of PlayerUnknown's
And here we
Battlegrounds,
are, back
and,
at the house. Let's stop for a while before we
Hey,
head out
you will
on
hear me
patrol.
say that a lot.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Because let's hitch it. I definitely try to,
Well,
I keep
are
trying
we
to make a
going
video of
inside?
it, like highlights of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So any video, past couple of videos I've actually have on my channel, you might hear me mention that. And it's just like, oh man, it never turns out well. The audio's off, or but that game
How
frustrates
about a cold
me
drink, Mr. Marston?
as well
Thank you, ma'am.
as much as I enjoy it.
Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you.
So I'm just saying that this game being peaceful
Sure.
is
Come on in.
nice.
I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Have some sweet tea. Do you know iced tea in the States doesn't normally contain sugar, then you got that's
Mr.
what sweet
Marston.
tea
Miss
is.
McFarland.
Remember me
I
telling
didn't
you
really
about the
know
trouble
that
we've
until
been having
I
with
took a trip to the
rustlers
States
other
and got iced
undesirable-
tea,
I do.
and it's just
Will you
tea
help
that
me
is
keep watch
iced.
on the property line this
Which I guess
evening?
makes
Sure.
sense, but
I
in
wanna see
Canada,
just who is
that's not how it
trespassing
is.
on our land.
That's not the traditional tea.
This is a fine
Iced tea.
weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
If you see me looking over here, it's because
Right. Follow me.
I'm just checking
your
the video
eyes
quality
peeled
for
for anything
the actual
suspicious.
game. My old video software that I
Thank
was
you,
using
Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier.
had a
going along
habit
with
of
you.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
deleting
Well,
videos
with your trigger itch and my
at
feminine
around this
intuition, we
time
should
mark,
make quite
randomly.
a team.
We lost a whole episode of Crash Team Racing that way. Just gone. There's another game series that you might never see, or I might redo it with just myself, where we were playing Cold Fear. Because I did a bunch of videos for Halloween and stuff,
God
and
damn it, these
a lot
rabbits
of them
are
just
at it
didn't
again.
work.
Come on, let's get rid of them once and
Oh my
for
god,
all.
hardcore mode with rabbits like super deadly. Or you could just do that. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm trying to get off.
Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these for the pop. Good shot. You got one. Much obliged, Miguel. Them rabbits can be wily little critters. Mount back up. We should check out the rest of the range.
Here, do this. This guy, man, he jumps weird. He
We
runs
should keep
weird.
moving. There's still
General
ways to
weird
go.
guy. Can I put my rifle away? I don't know why I'm having such difficulty with the controls.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become
Silly
a lady
rabbit.
of leisure.
Tricks are for kids.
Look out! Coyote! Shoot them before they get to the animals!
Slow
I'd love
down.
to if I knew how to fucking do that.
Come on, boys!
Hold L2.
Coyote won't be back. Whoa there!
I'm doing terrible, man. I haven't played
Good shooting, Mr. Marston!
Come on.
I was having
Looks like
trouble.
that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens.
Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Let's go.
I wonder if you can not
You know,
have the
you can
kitchen
actually
side.
handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here.
All in a
we'll
night.
do whatever we can to
Single
help
night.
you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
I'm having trouble with these controls. I don't know why.
Thank
For
you
some
your
reason,
help,
I'm trying to
Mr.
play it
Marston.
like a
Makes
game
me
I was
kinda
playing
happy
recently.
I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
I believe the town
let's go to sleep. That's where... Change outfits. Deadly assassin. Oh, I can change my outfits. What the fuck is that? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. It's cool. 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 What's that from? Gentleman's entire menu entry. Oh, that's fast.
I'm eagerly awaiting delivery of a new variety of bone salt.
We'll do one more mission before I end this episode, only because like a lot of it was cinematics. I'm having some difficulty with them controls.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met
actually
that
a nice
Bill
house.
Williamson, or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
The way I've been playing.
She might win.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
I think, you know what? I'm good. I'm good.
Let's go! Whoa there.
How are you today? On the count of
I
three.
keep trying to drive it like
3,
a car.
2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Yeah.
Look at that, Bill. Pride, go!
Are you saving the best for last? Come. Would you like me to slow down?
Oh, you stupid.
I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland. That's more like it. Watch and learn, miss. Should I wait for you to catch up? Come on. How you doing back there?
Yeah!
Oh, no, 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 no.
Isn't
Oh my
this
God.
jelly?
I don't know how to put my gun away.
Go!
Come on, boys.
Let's go!
You got problems with your spurs?
You're lucky I'm being a gentleman!
Come on.
I'm having a moment. I'm actually like,
Oh, no, you don't.
oh my god.
Come on!
It's very reminiscent.
Is that the best you can do?
In The Witcher 3.
Come on!
You're gonna wear that horse out.
Come on!
Yeah.
Whoa!
That was stressful.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit
Fun.
in Armadillo sometime.
Fun.
I'm sure he could help you deal with that.
I'm
nice
shook.
Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
I'm shook. And with that, I think I think we're done that episode. This episode. Till next time, where I almost have a heart attack doing a horse race.